Hey guys, it's Ravin here with a really short demo of exactly how organizations around the world are using Credal to protect their data while still getting all of the great productivity benefits and product improvements from integrating with these amazing AI tools like ChatGPT, Bard, Anthropic, and so on. Okay, so let's jump into it. I'm going to pretend I'm a sales manager who recently had a meeting with a plumbing company last week, and I can't quite remember the name of the plumbing company, and I'm trying to recall what were the action items coming out of that meeting. So I'm going to start with a really simple prompt here, which is just what were the key action items coming out of that meeting, and let's put the name of the responsible person in brackets next to the action item. As soon as I hit enter here, we're going to see that Credal is going to go away and start looking for the exact document relevant to this query, and then extract the parts of that document that are relevant to this question, send it to the relevant model, and generate a response. All while protecting our data and keeping our information security, access controls, and privacy controls in place on our data. So let's see what it comes back with. Great. So we can see, pretty quickly that it's come back with a really, really well-written answer explaining exactly what the action items were. And it's even telling me like all of the different notes from around, Google Drive, Confluence, etc., that were written in reference to this question. If I want to, I can just click on these and very quickly see like, okay, this is the actual action item. This is the actual document that was used in the calculation of this response. Awesome. So this is really exciting, right? It's great that the users can get these amazing benefits. But the really interesting question is, okay, what is Credal doing behind the scenes to protect all of my data in the process of giving the end user this awesome experience? So let's start with the data controls that Credal provides. Now, in the background to these data controls, Credal has legal MSAs with all of the AI providers, right? OpenAI, Anthropic, etc., that ensure that no models can be trained on your data and that all the data is deleted within 30 days of any prompt being created. So none of this information is actually retained by those model providers. And certainly if you have like a speedy deletion request, those have to be honored as well. But in addition to the legal controls, you actually get these technical safeguards as well that now allow you to ensure that, PII, locations, phone numbers, sensitive data of really any sort can be prevented completely from reaching the AI model. So you can see, for example, we're redacting names. And if I actually go to the Credal audit logs, I can see exactly how these controls were applied on the specific prompt that I just did. So here I can see the audit logs. I can get an export of them. And what I will see is that not only do I get like all of the standard audit logs that I would expect, but I can actually see the exact redactions that were applied. So you can see, for example, the word Sally was identified as a person and redacted into person 1. Tony, person 2, Johnny, person 3, etc. And this will apply for various things like names, SSNs, email addresses, phone numbers, PHI, etc. But you may have noticed that actually in the actual user's experience, so if we go back to the thread itself, we can see that we were able to see these names like Jake and Tim in the response. So what's happening here? Well, what Credal is doing is keeping track of all of the redactions it makes when it sends the model. And when the response comes back, it actually unredacts that information so that the end user's experience is completely unaffected, right? I, as a sales manager, don't even realize that these privacy controls were applied in the background. But at the same time, the organization gets total visibility and total control over exactly what information can go where. And all the while, the actual information access controls that define which user has access to which Google Doc and which Confluence page and which Notion page, all of those are automatically synced and respected in Credal. So you get to use all of your corporate data whilst protecting the access controls in those source systems and getting additional visibility and control over exactly what users are doing with the external AI models like ChatGPT, etc. Now, this is just the secure chat portal, but you can, of course, also get all of the benefits I just described by using our APIs. If you're using the existing OpenAI clients today, you literally just change the base URL and the API key, and all of a sudden, all of your code just works. And you get all of these additional security controls and features as well. Exact same thing with Anthropic. All you have to do is just change the token and URL. All of your existing code will just continue to work. On top of that, Credal comes pre-integrated in Slack. So you get all of these wonderful features with access to your corporate data and additional security without your users ever even having to leave the tools that they already use every day today as is. Great. Well, thank you guys very much. That's the essence of Credal. I hope you guys enjoy.